The ceremony will begin momentarily. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mark Gingrass, and on behalf of your presiding official for today's ceremony, Mr. Robert Valdez, Deputy Director, 848 Supply Chain Management Group, it is my honor and privilege to be your Master of Ceremonies for this very special event. Today, the men and women of the 848 Supply Chain Management Group, in keeping with one of the oldest traditions in the military, pay special tribute to Mrs. Catherine K. Smith and Mr. Marlon Smitty Smith on the occasion of their retirement from federal service with the United States Air Force. This ceremony honors Air Force members as they retire from a long and honorable career in service to their country. For the retiree, this ceremony is one of the most important events in their career. Retirees leave with a tangible expression of appreciation for their contributions to the Air Force and its mission, and with the assurance that they will continue to be members of the Air Force family in retirement. Today's ceremony, even with the customs and traditions of the Air Force, marks not an ending, but a transition. We extend to Kay and Smitty our sincere best wishes as they retire with over 68 years of combined honorable military and civilian service in support of the United States of America. Before we proceed any further, I want to offer a special thank you and welcome to the members of the Goldwing Road Rider Association, Chapter B, who are in attendance today in Shawnee, Oklahoma. And I'd also like to have a special thank you for all your colleagues, friends, and co-workers who have come here to pay tribute to Kay and Smitty on this very special occasion. I also want to thank our senior leaders who are joining us today. Lieutenant Colonel Trisha A. Vandentoff, Commander, 421st Supply Chain Management Squadron. Mr. Levi Warren, Director, 423rd Supply Chain Management Squadron. Angie Sealer, Product Support Integrator, 423rd Supply Chain Management Squadron. Major Thomas R. Fiordalisi, Director of Operations, 421st Supply Chain Management Squadron. Ms. Nancy Lamone, DF-33 Flight Chief, 421st Supply Chain Management Squadron. Mr. Jonathan Groom, Flight Chief, 423rd Supply Chain Management Squadron. Thank you all. Today's ceremony will begin in just a few moments. Please stand for the arrival of the official party. Please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Mr. John Eaves.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is a great pleasure to introduce to you our presiding official, Mr. Robert Valdez.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Welcome to all co-workers and friends. And thank you to Kay and Smitty on this very special day. And thank you for asking me to preside today. I'm very honored on this very special occasion. As Mark said, 68 years of service to our country, to the military, and to civil service. And that is just an incredible feat when you think about it. I'm sure if you talk to them, they would say it's all a blur, right?
Yeah.
Like yesterday, there was one into the military in the mid-1970s, but their careers over these 68 years of service have been very distinguished. Kay started out in the military. She went to technical school to be inventory management. Did some assignments at Ellsworth and in Iceland, and then she transitioned to civil service. And she worked at McClellan Air Force Base for several years as a supply specialist. She was one of the last people to, walk out the gate and put the padlock on back in 2001. So she helped close it down, and then transitioned here at Tinker in 2001 as an inventory manager. I remember because I was in the old LI organization, which is right out here across the hall, and she was one of our item managers that we picked up from McClellan. She did that for, I guess, about 8 years, and for the last 5 years, she's been a production management specialist, and all that service has been down in accessories. So definitely going to miss your expertise in the accessory area. Don't replace that overnight. So that is quite a distinguished career. Smitty also started out in the military, went to tech school in the aircraft maintenance arena. Served his time there, started building up that technical expertise, which is leading eventually into the equipment specialist field. And then he transitioned into civil service, actually working for the DS. I believe was a delivery driver and a stalker. So working with other types of commodities, not necessarily engine parts, but some pretty important stuff there. And then he got into the PAC program, the House Fire program, and rotated into different areas, item management, production management, equipment specialist. I had the pleasure of being his mentor. I get to mentor people over the PAC program. And we did that back in the early 2000s. And I think he said he decided that once he rotated into the ES field, that he knew he wanted to be a equipment specialist. And that blended very well with his background in the military. So he's done that in our TF-33 area, down in Fort Point Park, which is a very challenging region. Lots of challenges with reclamation and lead times and stuff like that. So we will miss your expertise recently. So that is something that you can still replace over time. But all in all, again, congratulations on this day to both of you. You deserve it. For all the time that you have served our country. Again, we will miss your expertise, but most of all, we will miss your friendship. So we hope that you will think of us. And next Monday morning, you have to wake up and come to work. We'll still be here in 3001. But congratulations on this very, very special day. So with that, let's come on to the second part of the book.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the Outstanding Civilian Career Service Award. Taking to the company the Outstanding Civilian Career Service Award is Mr. Marlon Smith. In recognition of his distinguished performance in support of the United States Air Force from the 24th of March 2004 to 27th February 2014. Due to an Asian weapons system and lack of manufacturers able to provide parts, Mr. Marlon Smitty Smith coordinated his efforts with a diverse team of logistics professionals to champion the use of 1600 D102 engines available from Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group. These auctions provided parts that were not otherwise available, saved $42 million, and kept the back shops and engine lines supported. In addition to the reclamation success, Smitty was a key player in support and repatriation of low-speed compressor blades. Support was limited and future shortages were impending. Smitty's team retained 895 blade sets at a cost savings of $785,000, and then successfully repatriated all blade sets from Defense Logistics Agency. The blade sets are now under Air Force management and are available to build rotors. Thanks to Smitty's hard work and abilities, WRE status for all Tier 33 TMSs is currently green. The distinctive accomplishments of Mr. Smith culminate a distinguished career with the United States government and reflect great credit on himself and the United States Air Force.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Civilian service. On the occasion of retirement from employment with the United States Air Force, signed by Mr. Stephen K. Alsop, Director, 448 Supply Chain Management Wing. At this time, Mr. Valdez will present a Certificate of Service Award to Mr. Smith. It reads, Certificate of Service from the United States Air Force. This is to recognize Mr. Marlon Smitty Smith for 11 years of faithful and devoted federal civilian service. On the occasion of retirement from employment with the United States Air Force, signed, Mr. Stephen K. Alsop, Director, 448 Supply Chain Management Wing. The 448 Supply Chain Management Wing letters of appreciation to Mr. and Mrs. Smith read, please accept my personal expression of appreciation for your outstanding service to the United States Air Force and our great nation. You established an inevitable record during your careers in a variety of challenging assignments. You can look back with great pride in having done your part in building and sustaining the world's most respected Air Force ever. Your retirement marks the end of a distinguished career, and I thank you for your service. On behalf of the many personnel with whom you have served, we wish you continued success in all your future endeavors. Signed, sincerely, Mr. Stephen K. Alsop, Director, 448 Supply Chain Management Wing. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Mr. Valdez will present a certificate of appreciation to Kay and Smitty for their support, which gave strength and purpose to each other's service. They read, Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Air Force. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents this certificate of recognition to Captain K. Smith and Marlon Smith from the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impacts to the nation's defense. Thank you for the support which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service, given this 28th day of February 2014. Signed, Stephen K. Alsop, Director, 448 Supply Chain Management Wing.
No, it's there. No, they have.
Now one for place the retirement pin on cap. Miss Catherine Smith, will you now place the retirement pin on Marlon Smith? At this time, Mr. Valdez will present the 848 Supply Chain Management Group coin on behalf of Colonel Rod Bloger, Commander, 848 Supply Chain Management Group.
On behalf of the company, thank you for all of your service.
At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Tricia Vandentop, Commander, 421st Supply Chain Management Squadron, please come forward to present the shadow box containing mementos of Mr. Smith's civil service career.
I saw that look on his face. He was like, where's mine?
This certificate reads, this is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the Oklahoma City Air Logistics Complex, Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma, on 16 January 2014 in honor of Mr. Smith for his dedicated service to the United States Air Force. The other certificate reads, this is to certify that on 22 January 2014, the 968th Expeditionary Airborne Air Control Squadron flew its American flag through hostile skies over Afghanistan on an Operation Enduring Freedom combat mission. It is presented to you with our thanks for your steadfast support and tireless prayers on our behalf. This flag represents our dedication to defending the principles of the United States of America, demonstrated daily by airmen who serve our country with honor and pride. Signed, Jason R. Ackerman, Senior Master Sergeant USAF, Superintendent Sentry AMU, and Mary M. Gutery, Captain USAF, Officer in Charge, Sentry AMU.
Now that you're retired, they decided to give you a watch. You can show up on time. Jason, how many times did you meet here? Thank you very much.
At this time, will Levi Warren, Director, 423rd Supply Chain Management Squadron, please come forward to present the squadron point to Captain Smith.
Thank you very much. Okay. We got the
Levi Warren will now present the United States flag and accompanying certificates to Mrs. Smith. Certificate reads, this is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol on October 25th, 2013. At the request of the Honorable James Imhoff, United States Senator, this flag was flown for Captain Smith in honor of your retirement.
from the squadron on behalf of everything you've done. I think Mr. Valdez said it very eloquently. Service is nice to get. Most of all, like you said, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly my honor and privilege to present to you Mrs. Catherine K. Smith, Mr. Marlon Smitty Smith, Department of Defense, United States Air Force, retired. Taking to the company the Outstanding Civilian Career Service Award to Mr. Marlon Smith in recognition of his distinguished performance in support of the United States Air Force from the 24th of March 2004 to 27th February 2014. Due to an Asian weapon system and lack of manufacturers able to provide parts, Mr. Marlon Smitty Smith coordinated his efforts with a diverse team of logistics professionals to champion the use of 1600 D102 engines available from Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group. These auctions provided parts that were not otherwise available saved $42 million and kept the back shops and engine line supported. In addition to the reclamation success, Smitty was a key player in support and repatriation of low-speed compressor blades. Support was limited and future shortages were impending. Smitty's team retained 895 blade sets at a cost savings of $785,000, and then successfully repatriated all blade sets from Defense Logistics Agency. The blade sets are now under Air Force management and are available to build rotors. Thanks to Smitty's hard work and abilities, WRE status for all Tier 33 TMSs is currently green. The distinctive accomplishments of Mr. Smith culminate a distinguished career with the United States government and reflect great credit on himself and the United States Air Force.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We'll give them an opportunity to speak right now at the podium.
Wow. I do want to say that a few times. I can't believe it's really here. As he said, 68 years between us, and I met him in the military, and we got married. We've been married 36 years out of that 68 years. And it's just, there's a lot of people out here that I've grown to really appreciate and count them as my friends. A lot of hard work. And I'm not going to miss the building, that's for sure. But I will miss the people. And as you said, we have friends and good company and a lot of companionship. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to get to ride the trike. That's all I can do. But I don't have to get up. I don't have to put up with time. Of course, you don't have to put up with me either, so we're even. I learned a lot from everybody around, and especially learned a lot from him. And I'm going to miss everybody. But you guys are doing a great job.
Yes.
Keep it up.
Now this concludes. Please join us for Mark.
It's in the flyer.
Off the one hell of a road, we live and go down. Hey, nothing's